Hey folks, Dr. Clayton Roach from Roach Chiropractic Center, and today I want to talk to you about the ins and outs to men's health. You know, we see a wide variety of people in our clinic, men, women, of all ages, and there's certain specific things and factors that affect more men than women, and on the other hand, more women than men. What I will say is that women, and not to give women too much praise, but women are basically at the top of the echelon in terms of taking care of their health. For us men, we're a little bit more of procrastinators, if I can use that word, in terms of health. So you can definitely say that men are, in terms of statistics, more likely to forget or downplay the benefits of regular healthcare checkups. So that's, you know, basically going to your doctor and getting the baseline screenings. 2, men are more likely to smoke and drink. And 3, more likely to make unhealthy choices and risky decisions. So those 3 things kind of put us men more at risk of health problems. Now, in terms of when we talk about health, we need to know what health is. And there's many people that would say, well, health is how you feel, health is how you look. So in other words, you know, they're basically basing their health on how much weight they have, so how they look, and also how they feel, symptoms. But we all know that, you know, many people have healthcare problems but don't necessarily have any symptoms. So you can't just go by how you feel. So what is health? Well, New World Webster Dictionary, Health Dictionary, says that health is composed of 3 things: physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So let's review that. Health is being healthy from a physical standpoint, from a social standpoint, and also from a mental standpoint. So 3 things, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So not just the absence of any diseases or dysfunctions, but true health. So we got to talk about that. So physical, so what do guys need in terms of physical health? Well, we all basically, from a physical standpoint, need the same things. Now, women are more at risk of osteoporosis, so they need more resistance type training than men because they're more at risk of osteoporosis. But in general, let's just say that we all need to be more physically active than we are. We know now that, you know, most jobs out there allow us or force us to be sedentary 93% of the day. So that's miserable. That's terrible because our body was meant to move, right? If you don't use it, you lose it. So I always recommend that you do at least 30 minutes of exercises per day. Even if it's just walking, 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week reduces your risk of heart disease by 50%. And that's huge because the 3 things that'll kill men is heart disease, prostate cancer, and colorectal cancer. So those are the top 3 things basically that men are faced with. So definitely heart disease can be, you know, the risk of heart disease can be dampened by just walking 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So that's, you know, physical health. Now, in terms of mental health or psychological health, I always say that, you know, men and women are definitely different. So whether we say that men are from Mars or Venus or whatever, we definitely say that men and women think differently. And, you know, we can definitely embrace the differences and we can have wonderful relationships. But men need to be challenged more than women. Women need to be praised, men need to be challenged. So if you're looking at your life right now, whether it's your job, what you're doing during retirement, and there is no challenge, there's a part of your mental health that is probably not as healthy as it should be. So you can create challenges in your life in many different ways. You can create them at work, you know, creating a project. You can, you know, even if you're retired, you can have projects around the house. You can, you know, make it a challenge to learn a different language. Whatever it may be, men are going to thrive at having challenges in their life. So that's the psychological aspect, mental health. Now, definitely I will say that exercise helps with mental health as well. So if you're exercising, you get a boost of, you know, testosterone and dopamine, and those hormones start basically flowing into your body. You're going to be healthier mentally as well. Now, the last one is social. Social is very important, you know, especially, you know, whether it's at work or when you're retired. we're the sum of the people you hang around with. So I like to talk about your inner 5, your inner circle of the 5 people you hang around with. You're going to be the sum of those people. Now, I've talked about this before. You need to be very choosy of the people you hang around with, because there's certain things that you're going to do in your life that you're doing in order to make yourself better, to basically, power through certain things that you don't want to have in terms of, health risks. So when you're doing those things and you're surrounding yourself with people that aren't interested in doing those things and they constantly criticize you, then that has an effect. I always say you can't put your hand in a pot of glue without some of it sticking. So whether you know it or not, whether you're conscious of that or not, what the people that you're hanging around with are saying is having an impact on your conscious and subconscious mind. So be very choosy of the people you choose to spend time with, because time is one commodity that you can never get back. So just to summarize, 3 things that health is composed of: physical, mental, and social well-being, not just feeling good. Let's get rid of that mentality, because we all know of people that felt great but ended up dying of a heart attack. So physical health, walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, reduces your risk of heart disease by 50%. Mentally, we need to be basically challenged as men, right? So if you're not being challenged at work or during your retirement, find challenges in your life, right? People, sometimes people talk about too many challenges, but there's some of us that don't have enough challenges, and that's why we feel a little depressed. We don't feel inspired by what we're doing, motivated. And then lastly, be careful of the people you hang around with. So in terms of men, make sure that you, abide by these rules, make sure you're active, make sure you're out there, and maybe we can have a lifelong journey that, provides you with great quality of life and not just longevity. So on that note, Dr. Clayton Roach again, hopefully giving you information that's valuable. Take care. If you're new to this, make sure that you like our Facebook page. That's how you can keep in touch with what's going on in our clinic. And make sure you share this video. Just push the share button and send it to your friends and loved ones who may need this information. Take care.